Traveling alone will change your life. And I don't mean to make it seem perfect. Let's talk about the not so beautiful things about solo traveling as well. It's like you get discount if you take a taxi. They say how many people, and sometimes a taxi, like, or if you want to do a boat ride, or if you want to do a tour or something, they say how many people, and if it's just you, then it may be more expensive because you have to cover that cost all alone by yourself. But find people maybe at your hostel, you can ask around, like, hey, I'm going here, do you want to come with me, or do you know anybody who wants to come, and we can split the boat ride or something. Split by 5, 6, 7 people, you can get it for super cheap and enjoy the experience as well. And also it'll be way cheaper than you just paying for it by yourself, and you make better memories. I guess that's a bad thing about solo traveling. Bad. But good, because you can just find a solution for that.
Spin the attic, we gon' slide. Air it out when we arrive.
Another thing about solo traveling is eating alone. But I don't mind, because I don't feel like I'm so alone because I'm with my camera. But I have been to a few restaurants, like in Italy when I went for my birthday. I asked myself, tiramisu or creme brulee? Happy birthday. I was at this restaurant on the water in Venice. And it was just me, and I'm 22 years old, and I was actually, I had just turned 22, and I went to this restaurant, and everybody at the restaurant was a little bit older, dressed up. I was dressed up as well, but they were just older, and no one was alone. Everyone's with their family, drinking wine, pasta. Everyone was staring at me. Like I'm on my phone or something, and I look over and I see like people staring at me. And I'm like, why is everyone staring at me? But you know, how I'm gonna let that take away from my meal and just be uncomfortable because everyone's staring at me? I just did what I had to do, but I felt like the spotlight was on me. When I walked into the room, I feel like everyone just stopped eating and staring at me. I ate alone everywhere I go. I eat alone or in my hotel. Like I don't starve for 365 days. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I'm alone, I'm not gonna eat today. I definitely go to places alone. And I don't know, in different parts of the world, male-dominant country really, and girls don't go alone to eat there, and they will look at you weird. I haven't really had any big deal with eating alone. I went to Israel, and I walked into this very popular hummus restaurant. Everybody goes there for hummus. It's one of the really original hummus spots. I walked into the restaurant, everyone began staring at me here as well. They just are nice. They open up conversation with you, and they say, oh, you have to try this. And then I ended up getting free hummus, like just talking with the people. And they ended up giving me free hummus and free dessert and all this extra free stuff to try because we just started talking. And honestly, the best place that I ever went for hummus. You may get a few stares, but also people are willing to talk with you if you're willing to talk with them as well. The worst thing, eating alone, it's not so bad. But usually I'm with my camera all the time anyway, so I'm making a vlog or something, and I don't really care. I'm not really camera shy about when I'm making a vlog because my camera is like my best friend, really. And my camera is my boyfriend. It's so funny. It's just what it is. If you're staying at a hostel, when I got to Vietnam, I was going to Ha Long Bay. And I just checked into a hostel, and I met another girl. She checked in as well, and she's like, hey, do you want to go for dinner? And I'm like, yeah, let's go for dinner. And just talk about your travel experiences and different places. Like, oh, you've been here, how do you like here? So yeah, just don't be shy as well. You can just easily ask people like, hey, do you want to go for dinner? And most of the time, 99% of the time, they're gonna say yeah. It does get lonely. Sometimes I wish I had like a friend to travel with. You can share the memories with someone. You can also take pictures and videos together to capture the moment. And it's also, you can chat on the phone like, oh, remember that time we went here, da, da, da. It's like just making a memory with that person. So some days where I'm like, oh wait, I didn't even use my voice all day, or until I leave, like until I go do something or order food or something, and I'm like, wow, this is my first time using my voice because I'm so quiet. Like I'm with myself all the time and I'm so comfortable alone. And I think that is one of the not so best things about solo traveling, because not so best. That's one of the lows about solo traveling, is because, yeah, sometimes I do have to admit, like I do get super lonely sometimes. Like I love my alone time, but too much of alone time, I mean, it's fun when you have someone else and you can chat with them and laugh with them and share the laughter. But the thing is, you can meet people. That's what I'm saying, you can meet people. But sometimes the people that you meet, they always come and go. I mean, you know, you meet this one person, you arrive in this city this day, but the person been in the city already for 5 days and they're leaving the city tomorrow. And so like you meet all these beautiful people and you have to say goodbye. Sometimes if you're traveling with a person, your friend or someone close to you, it's not really high and by. You're traveling with that person for longer. And another low I would say about traveling, another con I would say about traveling, people always want to tell you, don't go here, or don't go here, or why are you doing this, or like friends and family, like I was gonna go to Pattaya, Thailand, and everyone was like, don't go to Pattaya, Thailand, no one goes there by themselves, it's not worth it, you're not gonna enjoy it. But how are you gonna tell me what I'm gonna enjoy? I think I know what I'm gonna enjoy, and I already know what I want. I do listen to other opinions, and I do, you know, want advice, but also at the end of the day, you have to shift through that advice and narrow it down to your own opinions and your own emotions about the particular thing. People are telling me this and that, but I want to experience it for myself. So I had the most amazing people and I made really good friends and I had a really good time. So I'm happy that I went, rather than listening to all the people in my ear saying, don't go here, don't go here. At the end of the day, you're the only person who's going to know that what you truly enjoy. Can no one else tell you different? I mean, I guess that's a negative. People say like, oh, it's gonna be dangerous to go here. It's dangerous to go anywhere. Like anything can happen. Like, do we forget that we're not like indestructible? Yeah, it's dangerous. Solo traveling, you're facing danger, but it's about being as smart as you can and using your common sense and trying to avoid danger and just be normal. Anything can be dangerous. Walking outside of your house can be dangerous. Driving to work can be dangerous. You can have a danger in your own town as much as you can have danger in a foreign country. So I don't really think that that's something to focus on. Like, oh, I can't go to Vietnam because there's danger. There's danger everywhere. But in Vietnam, there are bombs. You can step on a bomb and get blown up, so that's dangerous. You have to be careful about that. There's not really bombs in America. You step on a bomb. Landmines or landfills. There's designated areas for that, so just don't go like wandering around in unrestricted areas and things like that. But what I'm trying to say is that there's danger everywhere. The obvious, I would say, safety. So you get in a taxi, or you you want to do an activity, or you want to do something, yeah? And people see that you're alone, so they may try to take advantage. Like one time I was in Bali and I always hear of this scam. You give the cab driver your money, you give the taxi driver your money, and then they like do some magic trick, like straight up magic trick. They'd be like, and they'd be like right in front of your face. And they'll be like, oh, but you only gave me this amount of money, but the ride cost this amount. And you'd be like, but no, I gave you this amount of money. And they're like, no, you gave me only this amount of money. You have to pay this much extra. That happened to me, and I heard about it so many times, and that was my first time really getting scammed. I got out of the airport. I went to the ATM. I didn't go to the ATM on my own. I got in a taxi, and then I told the driver to take me to the ATM. I know that I always like to go to the ATM in the airport if I need to go, because the ATMs are safe, and if you're getting in a new city, in a new country, and you're just arriving in the airport, you don't know what's outside of the airport. You don't know like if you have to drive to a village, or like you don't know, like, I mean, maybe there's close ATMs, but like this particular airport, you have to drive a little just before you get in town. And so you never know these areas, and it was late at night, and I made the mistake of letting the taxi driver take me to the ATM when we leave the airport. So of course he takes me to like a sketchy ATM in the middle of like this random gas station, and I don't even know what road I'm on. It's nighttime. I literally just arrived in this country, and I should have went to the ATM inside the airport alone on my own. And but the way the airport was set up, like if you leave the airport, there's no way you can get back in. You have to have another plane ticket. Like, I mean, I've been in airports before. If you need to turn back around, you can, or like everything else is on another floor. So like even if you need whatever you need is still available on the other floors or something. But this particular airport, like once you leave, that's it. Like once you leave, the way the airport is set up is like you literally, it just takes you outside. So anyway, I got in a taxi and he takes me to this like random ATM, and I go to the ATM. So he knows that I'm taking out money. Like he's sitting there waiting for me to finish taking out the money. He's like, get back in the car and he can take me to where I need to go. But like, it's weird with him. Like, I mean, he's not like staring at me. He could be doing his own thing, but like he's there waiting for me. And anyway, so I get my money off the ATM, and so like obviously he's thinking like, well, she didn't just get out. Okay, say my ride was like $7.95 or something. I mean, there's no cent, and this was in Bali. There's no cent in Bali, but like just say the number. My ride was like, let's just say $7.95. He obviously knows I'm not going to the ATM to take out $7.95. Like obviously I'm gonna have more money, so. Now this guy knows that I have money, and we're riding in a taxi, and so anyway, we get to the destination, and I know myself. It was dark, and I didn't want to put my fresh ATM cash that I just got with my wallet. I didn't want to take out my wallet because I didn't want to drop anything. Like I know if I in the dark and I'm fiddling through all my bags, and you know, you take something out of your wallet and maybe something else falls. I didn't even open my bag. I didn't open my wallet, and I was like, I'm just gonna hold my, it's only me in the taxi, and I was like, I'm just gonna hold my ATM money in my hand, and I didn't touch anything else. I have the ATM money in my hand. I was riding with the ATM money in my hand the entire ride, so that way I know how much money I took out. When I get to my hotel, I can figure out the exchange rates, and I can see my budget for the week and everything like that, and I can keep it separate. I don't want to mix it all in and be confused and stuff like that. You know, like I didn't want to mix it with my, I just left it separate from my money. This is my fresh money and fresh budget and everything like that. So I know it was like a 30-minute ride, and I'm riding, looking out the window in the new country, and I'm holding the money in my hand. We get to the destination, and we get out the car. He's like, okay, it's this amount of money. And I give him that amount of money. And then like I don't know, what did he do? He did kind of like, I did take my eyes off. It was like a magic trick. It was like a magic trick. And I do remember I did take, like, I wasn't like staring at him, you know? Like you don't just sit here and like, when you pay your money, you know? He opened his wallet. I think he opened the trunk. Like it wasn't like super sketch. Like nothing was sketchy. I think he needed to give me smaller change or something like. I don't know what he did, but all in like 0.3 seconds, he ended up taking my money. When I look back on it, I know for sure this is what he did. He took my money. He did some flip thing, magic trick with the money. He took my money and was like, you didn't give me all the money. And I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, I did give you the money. I know that because like, I didn't even know you were gonna scam me. But the whole time I was riding with the money, and they like, there's no way I didn't give you enough money. I wasn't like showing off. Like he didn't see that I wasn't like sitting here like, wad of cash in the back of the seat, you know? But like I had it amongst myself. Get flip, switch, sharoo, scam thing on me, and he tried to say, he put the money, whatever he did with it, I don't know, he put it down his sleeve or something. He did something. He was so slick with it. This is a popular scam. And I already got ripped off for the ride, the taxi ride. The taxi ride was like $30 or something. That was already a rip off, but it was an ATM, it was a airport ride. So the airport rides are usually gonna be more expensive anyway. So he was like, the thing is, he was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. I'll just make less money and I'll just work harder for the night. Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. He's like, he got back in his car, and he's like, he was about to drive off. Like, he wasn't like, don't worry about it, but still like he said, don't worry about it. And then he got back in his car, and like, He's like, it's okay, it's okay. Because I was really trying to figure it out. I was like, wait, before you try to scam me, he's probably thinking like I was just going to instantly give him more money. But I was sitting here like, no, we need to look underneath the car. We need to look on the roof. And he's probably like, damn, this is taking too long. I thought she was going to give me more money. So like, I was really trying to figure it out. Like, no, I know that I gave you, I was like, I know that I gave you this money. It must have fell or something. It's okay, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, just I'll take the less money. And I'm a good person, yeah, so I was like, you know what, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'm not like, I'm gonna do the right thing, because you know, if you wanted a tip, you could just tell me you need a tip, but going to scam people, that's not okay. But from the kindness of my heart, I was thinking like, maybe for some reason, maybe I didn't want it to be like, what if I actually didn't give him the right amount of money? I really lied to myself and said, maybe you didn't give him the right amount of money. But when I look back at it, I know for sure. But at the moment, I was like, you know what? If it was my fault, I'm really not trying to rip anyone off. I can't have that on my conscience. Like, I'm not trying to give anybody less than what they deserve, you know? So I didn't really get it at the moment, and it was late at night, and the situation took way longer. It ended up taking like 20 minutes, and it was already late, and I was like, I was like hanging around this sketch. I mean, it wasn't sketch, but it was nighttime, you know? You don't really know your environment, who's watching you and stuff like that. So at this point, after still looking on the ground and all this extra stuff, looking for money, I was like, let me just go and check into my hotel. Like, I don't want to be out here at night, you know? Like, so I look back on it, and I even told the hotel lady. She was like, what happened? And she was trying to figure it out too, but she's like, he definitely just scammed you. I was like, I know. I thought about it, but I made myself feel better, because I'm like, you know what, he scammed me, but I also decided to give him more money. I could have not gave him more money. He even said like, don't worry about it, but I think he was just trying to put a guilt trip on me. But from the kindness of my heart, I really wanted to make sure this man made the money that he was supposed to deserve, and he took more money from me. But if you're traveling with someone else, maybe that other person would have been right next to you, and they'd be like, no, I saw what you did. You flipped it. She did give you, you know, so like, but you're alone, and what can you do? And at the end of the day, you're not gonna be out here like, he was a very nice scammer. He wasn't like aggressive, like, give me more money. He was very, very like, he could have won an Oscar. So he could have won an Oscar. He was a very good actor. But it just makes me sad that they have to scam. But at the same time, you have to think about their life. Like, these people scam just to maybe feed their family or something like this. Maybe buy their family. Maybe their scam could have brought their family more food for a whole nother week or something. It's sad that they have to scam you. And I wish we could do something like different so that these people can. But at the same time, it's not good to pay more money with taxis, because then it makes all the other, if the taxis are making more money, it makes everybody else, it makes the locals have to start paying more money as well. It makes, if you pay the money, then everyone else is going to have to eventually start to pay that amount as well. And I was reading something about that in Bangkok. They said don't ever pay a taxi more money than they ask, because it affects not only you, but it affects throughout time. Everything else starts to get higher, and food, and all because of the taxis. This is their new standard of the money. It makes everything else go higher. So yeah, and those are just a few. I don't want to be too long, give you guys a whole book here, but those are just a few of the highs and the lows, the pros and the cons of solo traveling. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, of course. You know I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, so share this video with your mom, your dad, your cat, your dog, your mailman, anybody, your grandmother. Share this video if you want to share this video. Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, I don't care. I'm just excited to see my channel grow, and I'm more excited to make more videos and just talk more about traveling. And this was just a quick 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why I'm still recording a 3 a.m. video, but yeah. I do want to make more videos like this and different travel tips. I think next time I'll do a video about hostels and hotels. And yeah, so if you like this video, like the video, and please turn on the bell notification if you want to be notified when I upload videos. So far I can upload every day. I have videos to upload every day, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think I should upload every day, or if you think I should upload every other day, or I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think, and let me know if you solo traveled before, or if you want to solo travel, where you want to solo travel to. Maybe have a video about that location. Or yeah, you can follow me on Instagram as well. I have Instagram. I'm usually on Instagram all the time. We'll be traveling again sooner than later, so yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks for watching. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention. Just a quick little video. Maybe I can do a part 2 of this video, more pros and cons of solo traveling. But really, I think that there are more pros than cons, and any solution to a con is just makes it another pro. I mean, there's solutions to it all, I think. Not everything in the world, but for the most part, yeah, so I get so excited talking about traveling. I don't even know where to begin and know where to end. I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting, growing your YouTube channel for 0. But thank you if you're here with me at 170 subscribers. Why do I keep saying 70? I want to be at 170 so bad. I'm actually at 160, but I'm checking, not every day, I try not to check every day, but I'm so excited checking like where have I grown with my channel, or I'm always checking, and like it's so exciting and fun for me to grow this channel. And so yeah, I want to keep making more and more videos and better quality every time. So I've been saying so many things for so long. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy. I think that everyone should solo travel. Everyone. Solo travel at least once in their life. It will change your life. So let's get right into the video. I always see people like, if you're interested, then keep on watching. So I think I should say, if you're interested, keep on watching. Because I don't want you to exit out the video, like we're just getting started here. And I want my watch time to be high, and I'm trying to grow my channel and everything, so keep on watching. I do realize that we're in a global pandemic. You know, Americans are about to be possibly banned from Europe for a certain amount of time. And it really makes me mad, because I am a traveler, and all because of Donald Trump won't go to... Donald Trump is at a mask factory refusing to wear a mask. And Europe is like, if Donald Trump says he'll put a mask on, I'm wearing a mask, you should too, then we'll let Americans back in. And it's like, come on, man, I just want to go to Europe and I'll put a mask on. I love how when you're traveling, everyone's like, oh, Donald Trump. Like when you tell people, like when I'm abroad and I tell people that I'm from America, they're like, ah, Donald Trump. And it's like, look, I didn't vote for him. Well, who did? I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm just a little bit sad that I don't want to get banned from Europe. I don't even want to go back to America right now. No, countries are beginning to open back up. Dubai. Maybe I'll be in Dubai soon, who knows. I'm not going to shut up about traveling. I'm just getting started. So those of you at home planning your next trip, or interested in like different places when you can travel again, because I don't know, maybe you came out of quarantine and like, I want to travel the world, you know. Let me live my life while I can. Solo traveling is one of the most empowering adventures we can ever undertake.
And they say I got the juice. I bought the 𝚿𝚗𝚘𝚗, now that's what